Rows and flows of angel hair, and ice cream castles in the air, and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at life that way. But now they only block the sun, they rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's clouds' illusions. I recall I really don't know clouds at all. Hi, thank you so much for joining me in this little room. We're going to have a look at this song together, both sides now, and we actually are going to have a look at both sides of the song, because we're also going to have a look at the side of it with a rhythm, and we're going to have a nice sort of pluck and hit thing for those who want to sing this beautiful song, but not in a relaxed, tempo-less way, very much like the original. We're going to have also a look at a possible version like this. That's the intro. Rows and flows of angel hair, an ice cream castle. So two different versions, and it'll be up to you to choose which one you prefer to play. Before we start, I must extend, very important, a huge thank you to the many generous patrons that are funding these lessons and making these exist. So this just literally would not be without their help. So thanks a lot, everybody. And if you watching want to become a patron also and help fund the many hours that I spend researching and figuring out these songs for you, then you can do so on patreon.com/ukulele road trips. Yeah, did I say? It's written here if I made a mistake in the name. So let's get started with the song. The Joni Mitchell version, which is the original, she's really... it sounds like clouds, really, which is fitting, of course, for the song. But there's no tempo, and it's very free. And we're going to learn, first of all, that kind of version, but with simple chords rather than all the mixed-up notes that the orchestra plays in her beautiful version. And we're starting with G, C, G, which you probably know already, and then G major 7, that'll be open 2, 2, 2. And we're going to have an A minor 7 in there also, everything open, and also a D, which is 2, 2, 2 open. And at one point in the chorus, a little E minor, which, I don't know why, but this month I like to play O402 with only one G. Okay, let's get started. Rose, we start singing on this note. Ro, on the 2nd fret of the C string. Rose and flows. So we're just going to strum once with the thumb each chord that is written, and then just let the voice do the work for the ukulele. You can rest. Rows and flows of angel hair. So here you see, sorry for interrupting again, but the G on hair does not fall on the hair. It falls next to the hair, very much like an ear. Which means that we are not playing rows and flows of angel hair, but we're playing rows and flows of angel hair, G. And I scream on castles, castles in the, and on air the same, in the air, and feather canyons everywhere, A minor 7, and then we sing, you see, because it's written just before the lyrics start. So you need to just double check that you've noticed those things in the song sheet that you can download in the description. I've looked at clouds that way, D on way, but now they only block the sun. Same here. The rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. Just a little thing. There's a little note that's quite hard to catch. Is, for example, on the and feather canyons everywhere, or here, so many things. So many things. Actually, we're singing a C already before the C chord arrives. So it's so many things. So if you're looking for the right placement of your voice, it's the open C strings on things. So many things I would have done. A lot of versions have the C arriving already on so many things I would have done. But it's really beautiful how you can bring or announce the colour of the C chord coming just with your voice, and then the chord arrives, right? They rain and snow on everyone, so many things I would have done. A minor 7, but clouds got in my... and D on way. Let me just do the first verse again, and maybe we can sing together if your ukulele's tuned and the G is ready. Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I have looked at clouds that way. But G, now they only block the sun. G, they rain and G major 7, snow on C, everyone. G, so many things I see would have done. A minor 7, but clouds got in my way. On to the chorus, where we are admitting we've looked from both sides at clouds, and so we feel different about life. I've looked at clouds, so we start with the G and then we start singing G. I've looked at clouds from C, both sides now, so C on both. From up and down, and still somehow, it's clouds' illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. So let me just break it down from the it's clouds. It's cloud, we sing this note here, second fret of the E string, and we play a G major 7. It's clouds, illu, and just after the illu, poof, there's a C. It's clouds, illusions, and on the D and I, on an I a D, I recall, and then a E minor, just on the call. And then we've got A minor 7 on the really. I really don't know clouds. Take your time. At all. And then we've got the little outro of the chorus, if you will, which is G, C, G, C. You can sort of have the tempo that you want, really. It's nice for once to not have a strumming pattern, but just to be able to do what you want with the timing. And just as a little thing, if you play G, C, but you leave your index, meaning this finger, on the second string of the C string, or second fret of the C string, then you get at all. And you get a really nice, cloudy sounding chord, which is very much what Joni Mitchell is doing with all her arrangements. I mean, I don't know if she did them, but in the arrangements of her song, it's all very much up in the air, which fittingly, clouds, right? Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds, I've looked at life that way. Feel free to speed it up, right? You don't want to spend too much time maybe on certain chords, and also speeding up the song, because we don't really have a fixed beat, can also be something that you use to create a different kind of emotion, or to share emotion, right? Speeding up and slowing down can be extremely expressive. But now old friends, they're acting strange. They shake their head, they say, I've changed. You've changed? Well, something's lost, but something's gained in living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now. Oh, and in the song sheet, in the description, I've also included a fourth verse, which was written by someone much older at the time when this song was popular, by an American musician called Pete Seeger. He heard the song on his car radio, and then he wrote a fourth verse, and then they shared letters, and Joni Mitchell said, yes, you can write it. And this verse is for people who are slightly older, maybe parents, who want to tell to the young person singing this song, disillusioned, disenchanted with both sides of the cloud, don't worry, you know, it's okay. Or something like that, I suppose. Daughter, daughter, don't you know, you're not the first to feel just so. So let me say before I go, it's worth it anyway. Someday we all may be surprised. We'll wake up and open our eyes, and then at last we'll realize the whole world feels this way. We've all been living upside down and turned around with love unfound, until we turn and face the sun. All of us, yes, everyone. So if you want to put some rhythm in there, this is what we're going to have a look at together now. And the way to do this is to have this constant rhythm of, for example, I'll play it on just a G. And we have pluck all the strings, chuck, which is sort of hit the strings. So pluck, hit, pluck, hit. Meaning we pluck all the strings, hit all the strings, and just after that hit, we pluck all the strings again. And then just before the second hit, we pluck the C string. So it's boom, ka, boom, dum, ka, boom, ka, dum, ka. And if we have these 4 chords, we have a G and a D with the 4th also, which is a D 4th, but D 3rd and 4th, and then a C and a G, it'll sound like this. Except when we're going to play this, for the intro, we're going to have another little addition to make it sound even folkier and with a bit more happening. So the intro, we're going to play it like this. And that's slowly, that's... what we're doing here is on this note, we're playing it and then pulling our little finger off. So we have a pull off. And here also, from 5th fret to 3rd fret. And then we start singing with the pattern that we just had a look at before that. So we keep this going and we're going to start the verse. Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way. When we pluck the chords the second time, here, it lands a bit before the natural, more heavy beat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, the second plucking falls a bit earlier. So it's normal that in the verse and the chorus, the chords are going to be slightly moved. Every second chord is going to be slightly moved forward to flow, for example, with the flows. Rows and flows of angel hair. And this time the G is really on the hair, not next to the hair. And ice cream castles in the air, and here on air, and feather canyons everywhere. And we start the C early and then A minor 7. I've looked at clouds that way. And chorus. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's clouds, illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. And here we have this pattern again, and you can actually play the intro again here at every end of the chorus, and it'll sound really cool and a nice addition in the middle of your song. So I really don't know clouds at all. And then we continue. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing where you feel as every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at life that way, but now it's just another show. You leave them laughing when you go. And thank you so much for watching this video. It's a beautiful song to learn, a lovely melodic line. Well, on this note, have a wonderful, beautiful day, and see you soon for more. Feel free to subscribe and, join us on the Patreon. Bye.